Last year, when reports about killer clowns were rampant, I was doing a closing shift at the grocery store where I worked. As I was outside gathering shopping carts, a van with darkened windows slowly pulled into the parking lot and stopped near the exit. The van inched forward every time I returned outside, and I became increasingly concerned as it drew closer. Despite alerting several people, my male manager refused to sit outside with me due to the cold. Eventually, the van disappeared. I assumed it was just some local school kids up to mischief. As I was walking to my car to leave for the night, the van suddenly came roaring towards me. I ran for the store. The van cut me off, and several people dressed as Pennywise-style clowns emerged from inside, wielding large knives. I tried to reach my car, but the clowns followed me. The van horn caused me to drop my keys. Instead of retrieving them, I kicked them under my car and ran for the store again, shouting for help. The clowns chased me around the lot. I pounded on storefront doors for assistance, but no one answered. My phone was dead. I was too far from Domino's for help. Just when I thought all hope was lost, a banged-up car with band stickers blaring Maka Hoopel pulled up. The driver yelled at me to get in. His name was Wayne. He called the cops, but the clowns got away. Wayne and the Domino's drivers escorted me home that night, with their car mounts lighting the way. One of those drivers even followed me home every night after that. They were all unlikely heroes. I was grateful for their help.
One night, while closing up the pub I both work and live in, I heard one of the doors open. I knew the sounds of the different doors well, and it sounded like one of the toilet doors in the back, so I headed straight in, expecting to find someone high on coke bouncing off the walls. However, no one was there. I checked all over the pub, even threatening to harm whoever was playing pranks on me, but found no one. Later, while winding down in my flat and watching TV, I heard someone trying to force open my door. At this point, I knew it wasn't one of the other tenants in the building because they would have just called me. Although I was a bit scared, I grabbed my camera tripod for protection and opened the door, but found no one there. This was the first time I had experienced any freaky incidents in the pub, but other tenants and regulars had spoken about them before. It was both exciting and terrifying.
When I was 17, I worked at a family-owned pizza store. The owner and his family ran the main store, and his daughter managed the second store during the day. One of his teenage nieces managed the store in the evenings. They decided to stay open until midnight on Fridays and Saturdays. I ended up working both late nights the first weekend, and Friday went well. Saturday was different. At around 9 p.m., most of the customers left, and it was just me, a 17-year-old running the kitchen, and the 16-year-old niece as cashier/manager. At around 10:30 p.m., a gray cargo van with tinted windows pulled up. A family of 4, covered in black dust, stepped out. The 2 kids, about 10 or 11 years old, carried big 5-gallon water jugs and a hose and went straight back to the bathroom. The parents ordered $200 worth of subs and salads. I passed the order back to the kitchen. I also noticed the kids filling up water jugs continuously and taking them back to the van. As I was taking the food out to the family, the manager informed me they hadn't paid yet, When the parents came up to the counter, the man pulled out a huge wad of $50 and $20 bills and a handful of photocopies of a coupon from a newspaper. The coupons were buy one get one free, but they were only good for one day about 5 years earlier. A big argument ensued, but I couldn't accept the coupons like that. Finally, the dad threatened to leave. The kids stuck their tongues out at me on the way out. By the time we finished arguing, it was past closing time. The manager reappeared and offered to help me clean up so we could leave earlier. As I wiped all the black grime off everything the family touched, the manager screamed that they were in the parking lot. I went outside and saw the van parked, blocking one way out, and the dad smoking at the other corner of the strip mall. I decided to pretend I didn't see them. I went back inside and called 911. The police arrived while they were still there, and although I don't think anything happened to the family, this was the last straw for me. I quit.